Today's theme is this idea of emotional prosperity. So, um, just taking some time out to appreciate. Last night I was having a chat with my wife Jen, and our life is really full. Like it's pretty hectic. It's busy. Um, there's certainly lots of demands on time and schedule and all that kind of stuff. And one way you can look at it is rolling your eyes and saying like, "Oh my God, we're too busy. It's overwhelming. There's too much and all of that." And I think the way I try to look at it is through this lens of emotional prosperity. It's like life is really rich. There's so much going on. And when I think of someone like my dad, who's, 92, his life, his universe has shrunken down so much just because of his physical ailments and his inability to do a lot of stuff. And so his life is certainly calmer and smoother and more predictable in certain ways. And I'm imagining that at my age, if my world were had shrunken down in that way, it would be really challenging. I know it's challenging for him. I'm imagining, for those of us that are still leading full lives with kids and work and hobbies and interests and, you know, so the idea of sort of reframing all the stuff that's going on in our lives as just appreciating the richness of the tapestry. There's a lot of color, there's a lot of texture, there's just a lot in there. And if we can view it through a lens of positivity, then that's not a problem. It's more of a like, yeah, this is what's going on. It's pretty amazing. It's very flavorful. All right. So one way to do that is this technique here. It's a cute acronym, HEAL. So the idea is when you're in something, and we'll do this using memory, is to actually have the experience, like be present for it, be mindful of like, whoa, this is going down right now. Enriching has to do with really dropping in and sort of sampling or savoring all the little bits and pieces that are happening. So the emotions, the sensations, the thoughts, really like enriching it. Absorption is about really allowing it to then penetrate. So rather than like, whoa, this is too much, I need to, push it away, is just to actually open up to it and just allow it to flow into our body so we have that embodied experience. And then the linking piece of things has to do with when we have these rich, intense experiences, is to be able to link them to the present moment or whatever experiences that we're having, so they're not um, they're 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 not separate, right? So oftentimes I think we get stuck in this notion that there's the life that we tell ourselves we ought to be living or ought to be having, and then there's the reality. And so the idea of linking has to do with just saying like, no, it's one and the same thing. Like this is it. This is what's going down right now. So be there for it, savor it, enjoy it. Um, yeah. And I think the more we can do that, hence the acronym HEAL, it is actually feeling to stimulate that capacity to be able to really be there for things. So let's give it a shot. Spend a few minutes there. So close your eyes. As you close your eyes, bring your attention inward and just notice what's there. So what's there in the belly? What's there in the chest? And it's all welcome. So if there's butterflies or anxiety, see if you can find that part of you that can just say, yeah, welcome. This is what is. If it's all unicorns and rainbows, then absorb that. Just notice that and say, yeah, how awesome. So whatever you find in the belly, the chest, make space for it, allow it, welcome it. And then, as we often do in these sessions, we're going to use our mind to remember something or stimulate an experience that we've had. So go back in memory and see if you can find a situation that felt good. Maybe, you had just cooked something and you're finally sitting down to eat it, or that long lost friend stopped by to say hello. You're doing bedtime with your kids, whatever it might be, just find a memory of something positive, and then have that experience again. So use memory, go back, smell the room, feel the presence of the other person, whatever extent you can, amplify that memory and all the sensations that went with it. What was it like to be with that person or in that situation? And then enrich the memory and go into the different senses. So I mentioned smell. See if you can amplify and enrich the sensation of smell in that memory. Taste, sound. Look around the room in your memory. What did your body feel like? And the goodness that you're finding there, allow it to penetrate, absorb it, let it in. So there you are having this experience. It feels good, it feels safe, it feels positive. So let it in. And the cool thing is you can do that right now just based on the memory. Go back, relive the memory, and this time really take the time to savor it, steep in it, absorb it. How awesome to have this experience. So why not let it in, let it affect you? So all we're doing is we're just having the experience of a memory. We're enriching all the positive aspects of that. And now we're letting it in. And in doing so, we're stimulating our nervous system, our organism, feel the positivity. And the last step here is to link it to this present moment. Realize that this memory, positivity that you're feeling, it's actually happening right now. Having that memory now. So we can link it to this present moment and realize we can probably have similar experiences right here, right now. That's, I think, the peculiar thing about memory is that even though the content is of the past, we're actually having the memory in this present moment. So it's an awesome doorway, especially if it's a really positive memory. Can bring all of that sensation and all that experience and pull it into this present moment right now. Feel it and experience it. Take a deep breath in. Long, slow exhale. Relaxing the hands, the belly, the chest, the shoulders. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in. Out. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. Come on back. Um, yeah. So just a reminder: the mind oftentimes, I think, gets us into trouble. We can perseverate, we can ruminate on stuff that feels painful. But the cool thing is, the same applies to positivity. So, you know, just taking a moment to intentionally think about a positive experience that you've had, and then really going through this process of feeling it, enriching it, and really allowing it to penetrate is an amazing way to counteract any kind of negativity that you might be feeling at any point. So, anyway, hope that was helpful. And hope to see you tomorrow, everyone. Be well.